Hey guys, so here's the runes that we're using in this game. We're going with the ability power quintessences and one movement speed quint. We take the art seals of armor, of course. We've got the magic resist full on because of the Corki and the Blitz that we're against, and we've got the greater mark of magic penetration because we just want to do more damage with our AP ratios. So that's the runes, and for the masteries, we take, of course, the Thunderlord's Decree. We take the Bandit. We've got and then we go into the resolve tree so that we can gain more heals and take a little bit more damage without losing so much health. Of course, we go Wanderer because we're not going to be in combat that much and we need to land a harass and then get back out of combat as quickly as possible. So that's the Runes of Masteries, and enjoy the game. Hey, what is up guys? Seth here, back again with another Your Guide to Bard Support. Dropping that mastery, I don't know whose mastery, oh Vayne. Vayne's mastery was that. Let me turn down the sound a second. So we're playing some Bard support. Now the thing to remember about Bard is he has got such fantastic utility. His poke is pretty strong in the early game. He has heals to make sure that, to keep the lane pretty balanced and sustained. And if he collects his chimes, he gets the mana back that he uses for those heals, so he can stay in lane for quite a long time. Now we're against the Blitz, and what I'm going to say is here, I make some questionable decisions, like that. Now I have to flash this, because that was going to thing. I hate Blitzcrank's hooks because they're not, the hitboxes are so stupidly bad. It's like Morgana, Ghost Bride Morgana. You just get hit with things that you shouldn't be getting hit with. And Blitzcrank's hooks and the Blitzcrank skin is one of those things. So what I'm going to show you here is, no matter how bad your early game is, as a support you have enough utility in your kit, enough enough of a peel factor with Bard, with your E and your W and your R, to engage and disengage as you like. Now this is not going to be a great start. In this early game, it's going to be a rough early game. But what I'm going to show you is that no matter how bad an early game is, you will scale into something and provide so much good goddamn utility that it won't matter. I will have a level deficit of about 4 come mid game, and that will matter, but there you go. So to begin with, we start with our first queens, well, our part of our first queens, the Spell Thief's Edge, and we try to get the autos down. Now for every auto that you get down that has a meep attached to it, it will proc the Spell Thieves twice. So it'll hit them, it'll do the auto, and then it'll do the meep damage, so you get an instant 16 gold. Like that. So that's proc 2 of them, and this will just recharge now, and there you go. So that's what you want to do in the early game. You just want to keep your laner safe, put a W down, just make sure that you can walk back if need be, and also make sure that you try to auto the enemy team as much as possible with your masteries. Runes and masteries, of course, will be at the beginning of the video, and I'll just leave it at the description because I've been at the beginning. She gets hooked. I have to exhaust Corki almost immediately. I miss the Q, it's just like, okay, right. I use the W to get her nice and sped back up, and this is where things get a little bit rough. Because I don't have my Q, I don't have enough mana, and there you go. So, I have to back up, and there you go. So, level 2 to the level 2 of them. I come back in here stupidly because I'm just like, okay, but here's the play that I make. You couldn't kill me in one, and there you go, there's the auto. So I get first blood, and she gets that, so that is worth for me. If I get hooked in like that and I just barely survive, that I call worth on that, and I get first blood, so like it's not like I can't just get boots and the Frostfang. So that's how I want to play this. Normally I wouldn't go boots, but I don't have enough for Sightstone, so I may as well just pick up something that's going to be generally good for extra movement away from Blitzcrank's hooks, or away from Corki damage or whatever. So dodging out the phosphorus bombs and stuff from Corki is really strong. So we're going to pick up the chimes. You don't see them on the map, but that's what I'm doing here. I'm picking up chimes. Chimes are so important, but it's also about when you pick up your chimes. So pick up your chimes when your laner's not, like when your laner's not in his lane, obviously, or when the lane is pushed up and your ADC is not going to overextend for it, or when your laner's pushing under his turret and you've left him some heals behind. I tried to go for a sneaky Q there, but I missed it. So yeah, the lane's pushed up. I picked up some chimes, picked up another one there. Try to put your W's down before you put your chimes in. And get your autos down whenever you can. Now I'm getting 15 gold per auto, per Frostfang proc. So, of course we're going for the Frost Queen's claim this game. To be honest, I prefer just going Frost Queens every single time on Bard because it gives you that extra vision. There's a nice... and I get hooked in. This is where I do something really dumb. And yeah, I get taken out, so I get hooked, that was my bad. She almost outplays here. Because I left the W's up, this is what I'm talking about with W's. The heals almost did it, but he had his summoner heal, so she couldn't get the full damage down. I'm betting she would have just autoed, Q'd, autoed, and that would have been it for the Corki with the true damage of the third proc. So I come back up, still don't have enough for my Sightstone, but I am saving up for it, so 300. 1, 2, and 1. So not great, not bad. I'm trying to pick up my chimes. Use my E here, pick up another chime, and yeah, try and defend this turret just very slightly. I think I got taken out again or something, I'm not sure. It's a really bad game for me because I really am not a fan of Blitzcranks. And the damage from Corki is just far too strong. You know, the mixed damage of the Qs and the... I did get him thingied up, so, you know, I was hoping that she would have come in a lot sooner, but yeah. Exhaust back up. I think she gets this, yeah, I give her a W and then she gets hooked back in, so, you know. That was Blitz being a pain in the ass, but, you know, that's what happens. Pick up a chime, get some mana back. Go down here, pick up my shrine. Oh, I have to pick up the shrine because he's going to ult. And that would have killed me if I didn't pick up that shrine, so, yeah. Like, that was really important that I picked up that shrine. And that's the power of the shrine. Now, we level up our Q first. Max your Q first. Always max your Q first. It's on 2 points at the moment, but you need 1 point in everything, and then you go Q, W, E. And the best plays you can make is with your E. So, you're going to level up your Q first, and then you're going to level up your E, because it just needs to be used for disengage and engage in the mid game. W, not so important because the heals are not that great. Like, his healing ability is not that great, it's just something that you leave behind. And it's nice to have, but it's not particularly useful. You use it more for the speed buff than anything else. So we come back to lane. Blitzcrank is here, I get hooked again because, you know, reasons. I actually want to go back to that one. I swear I shouldn't have been hooked by that. I really swear I shouldn't have been hooked by that. So I'm gonna... I think it should have hit the minion. Like, I was really annoyed by this one, so... Hitbox, let's see. Do you see that? That was going that way, and I still got hit with it. That's not right. That's not right, and I missed the Q on the minion, so that was a problem there as well. She gets that. That's a problem, she's dead, I think. No, she gets the heal. I tried to get the Q, but no enough range on the Q once I hit something. And there you go. Vayne will make a comeback and so will I, so this bot lane is already starting to struggle. You know, we're both 1-2-1. She's got 30 CS, Corki has 50 CS, and he's also 4-1-0. I get hooked. I'm Ian through the wall. He tries to go for the sneaky thing. I flash that. He W's up and auto. Like, that's one auto from a level 6. And I am level 4, so yeah, 1 auto, and that did that kind of damage. So Corki is 5-1-0. I mean, that was a sheen though. That was a sheen. So yeah, not looking great for us. Not looking particularly great. As I said, pick up your Sightstone second, or third in this instance because I got boots, but second always. Then swap out your trinket for sweeping lens so that you can deny some vision. I know that there's some vision in here, I think. So, you know, it will always provide extra gold. pick up your chimes. This is how I get my Vayne back into the game. I make sure that when she's getting solo lane experience, well, she should have noticed that by the Corki. That was her own fault because the Corki picked up his package, so he came flying in. She should have known better, so that was her own fault for pushing so far up. But yeah, I wasn't there. Partially my bad, but at the same time, not a lot I could have probably done. That turret's gone. But as I said, we make a comeback in this game, so this is what I'm trying to show you here, is we are losing this early game pretty hard. He's 6-1-0. I just E through the wall because it's just like, whatever, you know, whatever. That's one way you can get away from a blitz hook. Missed that, but I do get the, and he misses that, so, I mean, that's amazing how the other one hit me, but that one didn't, so. Getting autos down the best I can. I need to back up, use my W, heal up, and yeah. We've had no jungler ganks, that's the other thing, is we've had no presence from Udyr. So we've really just been in the solo lane by ourselves. I knew that he was in there because of the ward that I placed down earlier. I got exhausted. I need to walk away now. That's definitely me out of there. And yeah, I gave him an E so he could walk through instead of just walking in like that. I think he gives up a free kill here. He might give up a free kill because he can't get onto that. They're too fast. Yeah, you're not fast enough. He loves dropping that mastery disrespect, but as I said, this is a comeback game. Another thing you can do with Bard is E through this wall, so you can actually E, and you can get it a little bit further than that. You can get it around here or something, but that takes practice. Me, I'd just rather E as quickly as possible, get back to lane whenever I can. So we pick up Swifties as well. The reason we pick up Swifties is just basically I know that Ezreal's going on Iceborne. I know that Elise has a slow on her Spiderling. I know that Tam Kench has his Q, and that'll slow as well. So that's the reason for the Swifties. Also, it helps me move through the jungle just that much faster and pick up my chimes. So I'm trying to get some vision down and protect my mid laner. That's another thing that you've got to remember to do as your support. I've left him in lane by himself. Left him in lane by himself because he will get much more solo lane experience if I just leave him. Of course I'm struggling on the levels. I'm halfway to level 6. She, as Vayne, is almost level 7 now. So yeah, I am more than a level behind her. But I am picking up the chimes as necessary, and that will give me experience. Your chimes give you experience as well. Really rough early game, like I said, but this is what I'm saying. You can skip to wherever it is where I start making a comeback if you want. I'll probably put it in like the comment section or description or something, but yeah. This is the game you have to play. You have to play the vision game, the vision denial game, the you know, providing utility for your team, trying to get them ahead. It's not about you getting ahead or you getting thingied. I get hooked here. I thought that was bullshit. I really thought that was bullshit. But he can drop as much disrespect as we want. I already know that I win this game. So, I mean, obviously I'm showing you a your guide where I make a comeback. It's like the level deficit is so much at the moment. They're level 10, 8, 7, 9, 7. I am level 5. I'm not even level 6 yet. I don't have my ultimate. But, as I said before, we will make a comeback in this game and you will see how strong utility is. The utility of Bard is just too strong. So they're picking up Dragon. That was a given. These guys pick up Baron though. Well, Rift Herald. I should say Rift Herald. Which is fine, you know. Ezreal can stall out the game. He can kite it out. He has to be very careful. I mean, he's getting chunked. Ezreal's doing his bits. He's 3-1-0. He's gone AP Ezreal with the Lich Bane. I think he's dead. I come in with the E. So wait a minute. Let's back up a bit. So I'll show you where I'm coming into this. I already saw that the fight was going on in mid lane. I already knew about this, so I'm like, okay, this is where E comes into this. E right through the wall. That gives us the there we go. I already got 2 flashes for that, I think. I technically got a kill, which is kind of KS, but I don't care. At that moment in time, I don't care. I stun up Tam Kench so he can't move any further, and then I think I E through the wall. No? Okay. I tried to provide an E so people can escape if they need to. And then I stay here to kind of like stall this out as best I can. Best I can, I want to stall this out. She did stun me up, but I'm so far under turret. I kind of ult myself here. There's another thing I should mention. You can't ult inner turrets or inhibitor turrets while the outer or inner turret is up. So if this is up, I can't ult that and then save it. I can't ult that when this one's up. So be aware that you can't save yourself under a turret or save a turret when, you know, that one's up. Of course they can't attack that turret while this one's up, but that's not what I'm trying to say. She comes in, I give her an E so that she can get through, and she picks up a kill. Again, like I said, utility. I couldn't do much, I didn't have any HP, but I did that for her. So she just got a kill back, so now she's 2-3-1. So she's making a comeback, I'm 2-4-2 because of that. So that's one play I can make. Frost Queen's finished. So the Frost Queen's is finished, I'm now level 6. I am 1 level behind the Blitzcrank, I'm 3 levels behind the Tam. I am 5 levels behind Karthus. 5. That's how much I am behind at the moment. Now there are other people on the team that are kind of behind, but they're 2 levels ahead of me, so everybody is very ahead of me. But that doesn't mean to say I'm not useful. Here we go. Getting vision down. I can't reliably go into my jungle and get vision. I am too weak. I am far too weak. I will get blown up. Even by the Blitzcrank I can get hooked, E'd and R'd and probably die. So I have to be very careful with my movements around the jungle. I have to make sure I've got backup. And that's the important thing. That's the important thing. So after this, after you've gotten your Sightstone, your Frost Queens, you want to build towards whatever's going to be most useful to your team. Now, if you look at the team, okay, Karthus, you've got Karthus, AP damage, Elise, AP damage, and she's built AP. You've got Tam Kench, fairly AP damage. He's got some HP percentage cut, but it's mostly AP damage, like he does scale off AP. Blitzcrank, AP. Corki, mixed damage, but you know, half of it does AP damage, half of it does attack damage. So the best thing to buy is obviously a Locket of the Iron Solari. Or, if you really want to go weird, you can go Abyssal Scepter, but it will provide no cooldown reduction. So right now, I am where am I? Alright, 15% cooldown reduction. Only 15% because I was going for an AP based build. I only have 5% on these runes and masteries. Well, actually, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I've only got 5% on these runes and masteries, so yeah. That's the deal. He misses that. I E through the wall because I'm like, okay, right, I'll come around the side. I'll ult that, but I missed. So I was thinking, you know, they would walk back away from the Udyr and just kind of, you know, kite them backwards, but they kind of moved, like they didn't move at all, so that kind of blows, but yeah. It wasn't the best. Wasn't the best. And he gets a solo kill on him. And yeah, he has to flash, and there you go. Poppy's there, so Poppy can get something, but she's not going in. She doesn't want to go into an unwarded jungle. Karthus still there, so yeah. He gets double buff. I don't know what good a red buff will do on him, but yeah. And now I'm level 7. This is what I'm talking about. I have a 5 level deficit on this Karthus still. He's level 12. I'm level 7. But I'm now 252, you know. So this is where the combat starts being made. I noticed this when I was then playing it. So we're 3k gold down. About 3k gold. Pushing the turret, all that stuff. All good stuff. Like I said, here to provide utility. Give him a speed up, get him out. I can E through the wall and make sure that nobody gets near him. I ward up as I go so that there's plenty of vision around the jungle. and they seem to like our bot side jungle, so, you know, I didn't know that that ward was there. I'm not level 9 yet, so I can't get a Farsight alteration. That's the first thing you want to buy when you're level 9. So when you're level 9, get the Farsight alteration, and then, you know, you've got the AoE invisibility detection, whatever you want to call it, sweeper. Vayne, because I've left Vayne in lane by herself for so long, she's now catching up with my other teammates. So she's level 10 at the moment, but she's a quarter of the way to level 11. These guys are nearly level 12, except for Rudir. So, like, the way that this is going right now is Vayne is getting solo lane experience for a lot of the time. I just wanted to make sure that I backed them up. I want to back up the Poppy as much as possible, but we get chunked out pretty hard. I give her a speed up because I'm like, okay, you can still go in if you want to with the speed up. I ult for zone because, you know, I'll give her the time to clear the wave. I get a nice Q off to stall her out. And I think we have to give up this turret, so yeah. The thing about Bard is it doesn't matter how many levels I've got. It's just making me... It makes... With more levels, I'll be less squishy. And I'll be able to stay longer in a fight. However, it doesn't mean to say that my utility gets any better or my damage gets any real things to it. Like, I've got 4 ranks in my Q. Every other ability that Bard has gives no damage. It provides no damage, so he gets stunned up. I'm just like, okay. I W myself because he's trying to go under turret, and then I give him a nice ghost. Spooky ghost. Poppy comes in. I didn't know if she was going to go for this, but I wasn't going to take that. But I was using it as zone because they had no vision of how many people were coming except here. But you can dodge that vision out. So yeah, I noticed that, pick that up, and that gives me 15 gold. So yeah, Corki's right there. Poppy's just stalling this game out. We're behind, but we're not. We're only 3k behind, well, 2.8k, so 3k behind, roughly. I'm just trying to see what plays I can make on the map. And right now, it's just about me placing down W's, making sure that my laners can heal up. I've backed so many times, but is it worth it? A lot of the time, yeah. A lot of the time, it is very worth it. So, what did we pick up? Yeah, we're going for a look at Iron Solari, so... That'll give us a 25% CDR, roughly. Roughly about that. Once we get the Kindle Gem. So once we get the Kindle Gem, 25% CDR. Don't mistake the power of your ulti. This is what I'm trying to teach you guys here, is even though when a support is behind, you're not completely useless. You're just not. Like, there's... playing support is like one of the most fun and relaxing things you can do, because you don't have to worry about CSing. You're not a carry, you just provide the utility. Now look at that catch, he's caught. And he's dead, just like that. Now with one ulti from me, I caught him right out of position, he got knocked into the wall, and he gets stunned into the wall and dead. Just like that. Now my ulti's down. Granted, my ulti's down for another minute and a half, but was it worth the catch? Yes, their most fed member on their team, Karthus, the one with the highest level, although he's not 10 and 2 like the Corki, is dead. So there's no pushing power, there's no threat of a Karthus ulti, there's no threat of a Karthus E for the slow. I don't know why she walked into that, that was a lot of damage. And Tam Kench. So yeah, I E through the wall, I'm like, oh no, I queued to try and catch them. Now I'm just providing slows. Don't mistake the power of your memes. Like, your slows can make it so that people just can't escape. And the tankiness of Poppy plus Udyr is what's saving us at the moment. So I'm like, okay, let's do Baron. We're doing Baron right now. Like, Elise is down, everybody's down, let's go Baron. You know? So I ping that shit out, I'm just like, okay, that's the time to do it. And always use your E to make things faster for everybody. So if they need to walk to somewhere, you can E through here. You just point it there, and you can E through there. Ezreal gets mid turret, and he's dead. So yeah, he mistook that, I think. Yeah, we get that. We get the Baron. I don't know if these guys have got Dragon up soon, but whatever. And yeah. So I made that call, I'm just like, mid turret not worth. We could get so much more out of a Baron at this point. So we can close, like already we're 2k in the lead. That power play, like everything we just got from those kills, we just got 2k gold lead. Just from that. From that alone, that was a 2k gold lead. So I'm down here and I think I'm picking up some more chimes. Yep. Picking up some more chimes. I think I'm on 36. So right now, I'm trying to think of how it works. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where it is. Anyway, the point is, the upgrades, every time you pick up a certain amount of chimes, your meeps will get an upgrade. So you can get more meeps, you can increase your slow, you can AoE, you can create an AoE slow, and it just provides more damage or more utility. And the slows are the most powerful thing you've got. When your auto attack's slow like Janna, and they provide such an insane slow, I'm not even quite sure how much it is, I'll put it in the video, but it is a big slow. And it is to be respected. Even from a level 9 or level 10 bard, it should be respected as something as a slowing zoning tool. And combine it with your Q, and you've got an easy setup for a stun when they group together or when they're near their turret. Like this. Now that zoned them out, because he knows that he would have been stunned up. That was just a need because I was like, okay, if you guys want to step to the right, you can step to the right. Just juke a few skill shots. I was trying to zone them with the R and bring them a bit forward. I missed the catch because they didn't step close enough, but we get the kills anyway. I flash over the wall but don't really get much. But I'm getting assists here, so now I am 2-5 and 8. 2-5 and 8. 2-5 and 9 now. 2-5 and 9. This is all about the utility that I've got at the moment. So we've got a Baron play. They wanted to fight while we had Baron, now they're 4k down in the lead. Remember, they had a 2 or 3k gold lead for most of this game. And right now, you know, Vayne is just wrecking people. Because I gave her the chance to get solo lane experience, he dies. So Ezreal's dead. I can't heal through that. And add to that because I'm just that low in health. And there you go. I think they get caught. Yeah. Yeah, they get caught. They can get out easy enough. There's no way that they get caught. So I come out here like a bat out of hell. Home guards up. Swifties with Alacrity, and I've got my look at the Iron Solari. That is important because it's giving my team 15 magic resist. Whenever I'm near my team, 15 magic resist given. And that's important with Karthus, Elise and everybody, so it's just giving them a bit more. Now I stun them up because I'm like, haha bitch. And that slows them down from pushing. They can't just instantly go, okay, Tankent, you tank that, we'll take the turret. We'll take the inhibitor. I come mid because I'm like, okay, E through the thing. And that's the power of E. I'm just like, okay, there's the catch. There's the slow, another slow. There's another slow from McHugh, and I'm out. I'm just like, okay, I don't want to overextend. And there you go. Udyr finishes it up. So, like, this is what you can do. This is exactly what you can do. So speed this up a bit. Speed this up a bit. Right. He is that overextended. I could have put it here, but I wouldn't have caught him quick enough. He could have W'd forward and gotten away from me down this way, if he wanted to try and play with the Udyr. Or he could have flashed the wall or something like that. But if I put it here, he has to walk through me to get there. And because he's right close to this, he would not want to walk anywhere near this wall, because I will position a way to get him stunned up against the wall. So try and position yourself into ways that will get him caught, like this. So slow him down, apply the slow. You don't need to Q because the first thing he does is W. There's the slow applied. He's slowed down. He gets another slow. So there's the second set of slows. He's slowed it again. And he's very slow. He's doing a lot of damage. I need to back up now. This is when I back up. You don't want to stay in this because he has stupid amounts of damage. And then it's just like, get out, let him do his job. You're not a damage dealer, you're a support. Just play the utility game. Play the utility game and you know, defend your turrets the best you can. 2, 5 and 10. So we're making comebacks. We're making comebacks. It might not look like I've done a whole hell of a lot this game, but given my ADC solo lane experience when he was so far behind has put him to 9-4-4. That is now Corki at 10-5-1. Remember, he was 10-2-1. You can say that the Corki messed up and it was the Corki's fault for, you know, doing whatever he did to mess up so many times. But there you go. I tried to get a max range slow. So we get the max range slow. I try and apply that down and just try and zone them the best I can. The beautiful thing about having that slow from Bard is I can get down free harass without worrying about melee champions trying to get in range. Because he can't do anything. I get the slowdown, he's slowed. You can get some more poke from Ezreal if you wanted. I don't think he went Ice Ball. Oh yeah, he went Lich Bane. So yeah, he's an AP Ezreal, so his ult is what does the most damage. Udyr gets caught, so I'm just like, okay. This is what I want to show you, right? This is how quickly I can get to top lane. So Udyr gets caught. Udyr's up here. He gets caught. Right? Corki's here as well, so that's bad, right? I notice that and I'm like, okay, we're gonna E up here. That's what's important to us. I launch an ult because I think they're gonna chase down. I thought he was gonna run down, and I thought they would chase him down to cut off his route. But they decided not to. But just like that, we're top. Everything's top lane now. And we're just playing the back and forth game. We don't want to get hooked by Blitz because that's death, instant death. And we don't want to deal with that, so... Dragon's up, Poppy's down here split pushing. So our best position is here. Our thing is we have to be here with our team, and that missed. The other one didn't hit, but that one missed. Did you see how close that was? That one should have probably hit me. But yeah. That's just how it is. I E through the wall to make sure I can catch up with them. Whoops. And then I start zoning them. AoE slow. Applied. AoE slow again. I give him a heal. And then I thought I could get this because I got the auto down, but nah. The auto wasn't enough to take it, so that was kind of bad, but you know. I was unlucky to not pick that up. One more auto probably would have done it, but I thought, you know, a bit scary with a Tam Kench and a Karthus there. These guys, I don't know if they get out. Yeah, I don't know if they get out. He's very fast. Wow. That reaction time though. Oh, I come in here, I'm just like, nope, zoned. So they know better than to come in here now. Like, I'm just like, if they want to flash cure or anything like that, they're not getting by me. I E through that to make sure that I keep applying slows. I did kind of KS that, but whatever. I don't want him getting any extra damage down. Because if he stayed in the W and the Q long enough, or he got enough Qs off, Udyr probably would have died. Karthus didn't have ulti, but, you know, just enough time to apply that, to apply any kind of slows or anything like that would have been enough to probably kill the Udyr. So now I'm 3-5-13. That's one hell of a comeback, isn't it? I'm level 12. Corki's level 13, level 15, level 13, 13, 11. Remember, I was level 7 at one point. These guys were still level 11 and 12 and 13 and stuff. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys is, it doesn't matter how far behind you are, as long as you provide a utility and be there for your team. Ignore the flames, ignore how much they say you may have fed, or if they think you've fed. Also, I get an Abyssal Scepter, so I'm giving magic, I'm reducing magic resist of the enemy team for people like Udyr, because Udyr went the AP build-ish. He went a kind of AP build, although Abyssal doesn't stack too much. I don't know why he ulted in there, because I can just E through that, and there we go, done. If he comes through that, if he ever comes through that, there you go, there's the ult. Now we can focus Tam Kench. Get him chunked out so he has to run away. They're stopped in place, so there you go. Like, that's the power. There you go, double kill. And now we can just turret dive with the Poppy. And there you go, E through the wall to make sure he can't escape. He W's in with his Valkyrie. I stun him up against the wall. He gets stunned again with the E from Poppy and the bear stance from Udyr. And he's dead instantly. I zone him off. Because I'm full HP, I don't care. Like, that's me zoning. He would go all in for that if I wasn't zoning him off and kiting him out. And just making his life very fucking difficult. So, I can just, I won't show you again what happened there, but I'll show you how much zone that provided. So, what happens here is, we're over here, so we zoom in, right? I come in here, I E through that. I'm expecting Tahm Kench to E through this. But my focus is these two, because they're squishy. So once they're caught out, I W her to make sure she can get out if she needs to with the speed up. I notice that these two are out of position and I see them. They walk forward. Stupidly they walk forward into it. There's the R. Caught them out of position. Udir's coming in. So he can just start bear stancing them. Tahm Kench is not a threat. Corki's not even here yet. And he's not up. Blitzcrank is over here, wasting his time, trying to provide some sort of utility. So here we go. He flashes, but he's still so close to the puppy it doesn't matter. She gets stunned against the wall with Elise, and he's not getting away. And that was all because of that ulti. That perfectly timed ulti, not on my team, not on the Tahm Kench, but on the carries. To chunk the tank out. If you want to chunk the tank out, that's a smart play. And then the rest is just self-explanatory. I stun him against the wall, he gets stunned about 10 times, and I just stay in on it on the tank edge. So, yeah. Speed that up. And then the other thing you have to do, there's no point in me backing just yet. I need to make sure that they've got no vision on Baron, and we do have vision on Baron. So we've got a vision ward right there. We've got a sightstone ward right there. So that's fine. And there you go. We are now 3-5-17. Remember how this game started? We were struggling at 1 or something like that. 1-3-1 or some shit. Something like that. Like, we were struggling. We were so far behind in levels. Everything was going wrong for us. We were getting caught by Blitz again and again. And yeah, like, that was how bad it was for us. But we've created so much utility. Like, we've just made it so that people just can't get away from us. When we go in, they can't get away. I think she used her ult there. Did Poppy use her ult? Poppy did use her ult, so that was a Poppy ult wasted, but this fight is still won enough just because how fed Vayne is, and she's not getting focused. Look, our Vayne is cleaning up, and there you go, instant death. That's it. The game did end with a result. We won after that. We pushed all the turrets down and won. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. That has been a Bard guide, support Bard guide. If you guys did like the video, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. We ended 3-5-22, and we were, I don't even know how many fights there were. There was a lot of fights. But yeah, we got 22 assists and 3 kills. So we were a major factor in this game. You know, we were in a lot of those kills. Let me add that up. So 6, 11, 20, 29, and 27. 37, sorry. So 37. There was 37 kills that game on the enemy team. There was 37 deaths, I mean. And we were in 22 of those. Well, actually we were in 25 of those because we got 3 kills out of it. So yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Like, you saw how bad it was for us. We made the comeback, and that's how you should play support, is use your ultis well, use them to zone, or use them to make enemies take the long way around. Use it to promote turret dives, you know. You can ult a turret, and then turret diving just becomes a million times easier because, you know, it can swap aggro. You know, someone tanks it for quite a long time, you ult the turret gets stopped from actually producing any damage, and you can continue to dive under turret. Turret aggro swaps to the person that does the first bit of damage again. Or, you know, if you don't have a minion wave, then whoever decides to focus. But yeah, it's just so strong. Bard's support is really strong at the moment. I suggest you pick him up, play him, have fun with him, because he's fantastic. He really is fantastic, especially in team comps that aren't so mobile and can easily be, you know, magical journeyed through the wall. So thanks for watching, and yeah, catch you guys next time. Peace.